You know that classic combo, right? The iconic red Coca-Cola cup right next to a box of McDonald's fries. We've all seen it a million times. It's so global, so normal, we don't even give it a second thought. But behind that simple pairing is one of the most powerful, specific, and frankly fascinating business relationships on the entire planet. No, really, just stop and think about it for a second. How is it possible that the Coke you get out of McDonald's in Tokyo tastes exactly the same as the one you'd get in Toronto, or Texas for that matter, across thousands and thousands of restaurants, different countries, totally different supply chains? That doesn't just happen by accident. It's a massive, coordinated effort. So who's the person pulling all those strings? Well, the answer is pretty wild. This relationship is so important, so incredibly valuable, that the Coca-Cola Company, a global behemoth, has an entire division just for one customer, McDonald's. And we're not just talking about a sales team. Nope. This is a whole organization focused on one thing and one thing only, making this single partnership work perfectly, from the huge global strategy all the way down to your local drive-thru. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This whole global division, this incredibly critical partnership, it's all led by one single executive. That person is Roberto Mercadei. His official title? President of the McDonald's Division, or TMD for short. His entire job is to lead the global team that manages every single piece of Coca-Cola's relationship with McDonald's. I mean, talk about a role with incredible focus and an absolutely immense amount of responsibility. So you're probably wondering, how in the world does somebody land a job like that? It's not the kind of thing you just apply for on LinkedIn, right? It's the kind of role that's the grand finale of a career built over decades and across entire continents. And Mercade's career path shows you exactly what that takes. He kicked things off with Coca-Cola way back in 1992, down in Puerto Rico. From there, his career is basically a world tour. He's managing operations in Venezuela and the Caribbean. Then he's off to South Africa, then all the way over to Australia to lead the South Pacific. And just before this gig, he was the zone president for Mexico. This isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder. It's about getting this deep, boots-on-the-ground understanding of how to make things work in completely different corners of the world. And that kind of global experience, it is absolutely essential when you start to wrap your head around the sheer scale of what he's in charge of now. The McDonald's division that he's leading manages this partnership in over 100 markets. Let that sink in. That's more than half the countries on Earth. This one number just perfectly captures the insane reach of this one very dedicated team. His job description really says it all. It's about stewarding the key relationship for the company. This isn't just about moving product. It means this partnership is treated with the exact same strategic importance as one of Coca-Cola's own massive brands. It requires constant attention, innovation, and alignment. Okay, to really truly grasp how significant this is, we've got to put the McDonald's division into context. Let's look at it next to the Coca-Cola Company as a whole. This slide just puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? On one side, you have an entire division that is laser-focused on one single client. And on the other side, you have the rest of this giant company managing a portfolio of over 200 different brands all over the world. That just goes to show you the unbelievable weight, the importance they place on this one handshake. And I mean, that brand portfolio is just staggering. You start with the absolute titans, the drinks you see everywhere: Coke, Sprite, Fanta. Then you've got the huge hydration brands like Powerade and Smartwater. Every single one of those is a massive global business on its own. But it doesn't stop there. Not even close. The portfolio goes on into coffee with Costa, tea with Gold Peak, juices with Minute Maid, dairy with Fairlife. Just try to imagine the collective effort, the brain power it takes to manage all of that. And yet, the McDonald's partnership is seen as so uniquely vital that it gets its own dedicated division, basically on par with that entire effort. Now that is the power of this relationship. And all this kind of brings us to a final thought. The president of the McDonald's division is this super important, incredibly powerful role that, let's be honest, most of us have never even heard of. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible jobs, what other dedicated leaders are out there, quietly shaping the most common, everyday experiences of our lives?